the leg yield establishes inside leg to outside rein connection, which is the setup for the canter transition. Hello everyone, I'm Amelia. This is my husband Germán. He is our test rider today because I can't ride.
Guinea pig.
So he's been very gracious to ride today. This is Poppy. Poppy's a young green horse. She's 6 this year. And so we are going to show you one of our favorite exercises to improve your canter transition, which is the leg yield into the canter. And this is a fabulous exercise if you have a horse that gets a little sucked back or that takes the wrong lead or that puts their head up in the canter transition. So Germán is going to demonstrate how this exercise works. Also, don't forget to check out in the description box. I have a free PDF with 5 exercises that you should do before you pick up the canter. So first thing is establish your trot. So really think about establishing the tempo and the contact that you want in the trot before you do your canter transition. So you can see how Poppy's a little spooking down there at the letter C, and Germán's just keep riding, which is exactly what you should do. Yeah, and that's a good idea too. Circle around again. That's right. That's right. And again, she's a young horse, so she's a little bit wondering what's down there in the judge's booth. And the best thing when your horse is a little spooky is just to ignore it and keep riding. Keep your hands down, keep riding that tempo, keep riding that rhythm. And of course, waiting until your horse is ready to start with the exercise or to start with the canter. So here he goes up the center line and leg yielding her over. She's a little bit too much leading with the shoulder, but that's okay for a young horse. And then notice how he went right onto a circle line and picked up the canter as he was turning onto the circle line. So the exercise is either up the center line or quarter line, leg yield to the rail. When you get to the rail, circle and pick up the canter. So here we go again. Turning up the center line, keep a little more outside rein so she doesn't fall too much over with the shoulder. Forward, forward, over, circle, good. The beauty of this exercise is that it gets your horse away from the inside leg and into the outside rein. So it really sets her up for being able to take the weight on that inside hind leg and pick up the correct lead. Good. So again, he's turning up the center line, bending, looking. Good. Keep the outside rein, keep the outside rein. Keep the outside rein, keep her forward. That's right. That's right, good. Don't be afraid, like there, if you don't love the leg yield, don't be afraid to stay in the trot until you really have your trot and your leg yield established before you pick up the canter transition. So sometimes if I have a horse that feels like sucked back in the leg yield or that gets a little crooked, I'll just repeat the leg yield until I'm really happy with how the leg yield feels. That's a better leg yield. Feels more fluid, doesn't it? Good. Good job. Super. Good. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and change direction. For me, I think of Magic 3. I like to usually repeat an exercise about 3 times in one direction. I actually have a whole video on that. And then you change direction and go the other way because you want to repeat enough that you can perfect and improve the exercise. However, you don't want to repeat the exercise so much that your horse gets bored with it. Really nice. Good. And think about the activity and a quiet hand. Nice. Really good. Super. And it's so helpful to have eyes on the ground, even for myself and Germán, because sometimes you get sloppy and you don't realize what you're doing with your hands or your legs or your body. So having those eyes on the ground is super, super helpful. A little more outside rein, outside rein. Yeah, and so you notice on this, just stay in the trot, stay in the trot. Do your leg yield again. So in that leg yield, you could see how Poppy lost her balance and she was a little bit twisting her neck. So again, that's a sign that she's not really connected left leg to right rein. Yeah, if she's falling to the side, then just ride straight. There you go. Well done. So you saw how he fixed that there. She wanted to just fall through the shoulder, and he made her go straight and respect the outside aids before he started the leg yield. Really good. Really good. So again, the leg yield establishes inside leg to outside rein connection, which is the setup for the canter transition. If you're not happy with your leg yield or your trot, then just stay in the trot until you feel like you have a better tempo. There. Much better. Yes, way better. Good. You can let her walk for that. Good job. Good. Good. Well done. So that was a really good demonstration. I hope you were able to see how the leg yield helped to set her up for the canter transition. And then it helped her to get smoother, more active, make sure she was picking up the correct lead. And then also you could see in the leg yield was helping to work on inside leg to outside rein connection, which is an important part of really getting your horse round and accepting the top line. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the description box. We have a free PDF which has 5 exercises to do before you canter. So if you're not quite there yet, that will help you out. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And a big thank you to Germán for demoing the leg yield into the canter exercise.